Who's coughing?
Oh my God, that's me.
Wait, what? What the fuck?
Jeff.
What just happened?
Jeff.
The fuck is happening?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Corona Watch 2020, the podcast where we discuss all things Corona, keep you updated on all the things that are going on. Shit's going crazy right now, right? The whole world is... France, right, Jeff? How's France right now?
We are quarantined. We can't go out. Most restaurants are fucking closed. Most stores are fucking closed.
Jesus.
No school. Actually, we have school, but at home. Like, it's actually crazy, but our teacher added on Discord. So we're actually doing like the classes in Discord. That's actually insane.
Fucking... I hate your school so much.
And it's actually crazy because like the group our teacher added us in, he didn't even bother to change it. That was a group he made for like Overwatch. And it's still the same group.
Oh my God. Fucking Pio, how's Corona in Sweden?
Well, I'm gonna be working from home at least. Probably for next 2 weeks. Yeah, I can't go to work. I bought my laptop home. I'm gonna work from home.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, here it's like, here the schools are closed, but I'm like done school anyway. And all the like everything's like Montreal or Canada in general is like, it's like not that bad because only like 140 people have it. So it's not too bad. It's just the groceries and shit that are horrible now. There's lineups every day to fucking steal every piece of food available.
But here's the thing though. Sweden almost had 1,000. France had almost 5,000. Where are Canada planning?
Bro, it's like
we are past 5,000. What the fuck?
No, like I was watching like a video about this where it's like it's just psychological. Like it's like there's no reason. People are buying it out of the fear of something happening rather than something already having happened. Like it's just all of it. It's like the toilet paper thing. It's all psychological. You don't need that much toilet paper. What the fuck?
You ever eat toilet paper? It's fucking delicious.
I guess. Do you eat toilet paper for fun?
All the time. That's why people buy it, man.
Oh, wow. I've been enlightened.
I think here's the thing. If you get corona and need toilet paper, you will feel better. I think that's the thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. Yeah.
Well, by the way, guys, just wanted to say a second week in a row, Noah is unavailable. Last week he was at Disney for some fucking reason, the only person going to Disney during all of this. And then what's it called? And now this week he has to go to his grandparents. So he says hi. I think that's specifically what he said. He said hi. And obviously,
guys, I'm here now.
Oh, there he is. Hey Noah, how are you?
Oh, good. I just want to tell you something.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm enjoying this past week very good.
Okay.
I'm not sad, so I have to go bye.
Oh, wow. And what have you been playing, Noah?
So basically, I went out of time. I went back to Smash.
No, it's really accurate. But yeah, hopefully Noah will be back next week for a big week because next week is when Animal Crossing will be out, and obviously we'll be talking about that. We're all going to be playing and shit. But for this week's Games Cage podcast, we actually have a big show of stuff to talk about. We're talking about the games we're playing, and obviously all the news around video games and Corona and how it's affecting it and how 2020... How 2020 will be changed and fucking different for games and consoles and all this shit. We'll get into all that with some small news. So, yes, I agree. So let's get right into it. Let's start with Jeff. Jeff, what have you been playing the past week?
Oh shit.
Give
Let's
us...
go, Jeff.
Oh, okay. Give us the rundown. I like it.
I've been playing Fire Emblem.
Are you
Awakening? I've been playing Birthlight.
Birthlight? Oh wow, is that a new one?
Yeah, Fate's Birthlight.
It's not called Birthlight. It's called Birthright.
Oh fuck, Birthright. Okay.
What the fuck?
Yeah, just ignore that.
Yes.
So I said Awakening, Birthright.
Yes.
Heroes, Three Houses, and I should be done with Birthright tonight. So I will probably start Conquest very soon.
Okay. Do you want to do them all in a row, or do you want to like separate time within them?
I think I'll do all the Fates game in a row, and then I'll take a fucking week or 2 week breaks, and I'll fucking like jump on Ecos.
And how do you like Birthright?
How do I like Birthright? That's a tricky question.
The fuck?
It's a very tricky question.
It
man.
is.
Tricky, very tricky.
Let's save it for when we're actually done.
Well, but I mean, you can give your thought. The whole point of the games we're playing.
No. Right now, I'm like very confused. So I rather
Okay.
like just.
Okay. What else have you been playing? Any other stuff?
I've actually like I'm so dumb. I've been installed like Ori 2 since day one, and I haven't even played it yet.
Oh man.
I also been playing Final Fantasy 14. Why are you citing?
I'm not.
Wow.
I'm not sighing. I'm.
You
So-
got-
No. It was
That's
like a. It was like a yay.
Okay, that better
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it.
Nice. Okay. We played some Smash and some Halo, which is
Yeah,
fun.
Smash and Halo was last week, I think.
Oh yeah. I don't know if we. I think maybe it was like that same day. I don't know if we talked about it. Anyways.
Okay.
Yeah. So cool. Anyways. Well, maybe you'll finally have a new game to talk about when Animal Crossing and Doom
Fuck
are
you.
out. Oh, what the fuck? Apaya, what have you been playing?
So, can you guess?
Oh. I think every week of 2020 on this podcast has been Pio saying he's playing a Kingdom Hearts game.
Yes, since the end of January. Yeah.
Oh my
It's
god.
amazing. And the best thing about it, after I finish Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm just go back to all the games.
No,
100%.
please
So
don't.
keep playing
Please
them.
don't.
Yeah,
Please
no,
don't.
that's not necessary, but you don't.
The thing is,
At least two. At
okay,
least two.
here's the thing.
You have
Paya.
a backlog, just take care of it.
Here's the thing, Paya. And I'm telling you why you're not gonna do that. Because
Okay.
next week, Animal Crossing and Doom come out.
Mhm.
You're gonna be playing those.
Mhm.
And then 10 days later, Persona 5. Now, I don't know if you're gonna play Persona 5 Royal at launch.
That's I'm gonna get it launched, but play it during July.
Okay, but 3 days after that is Resident Evil 3.
Yeah, I'm getting that.
Then a week after is gonna be FF7 Remix. So you are
Yeah,
not
big-
actually gonna go back up to all of these.
Not.
Shut up,
no
you
way.
won't.
Just
I was at some point this year. I will.
okay, fine. That's a different response. So you're
But
playing.
this year. Yeah.
You're playing
Yeah,
Kingdom
I'm
Hearts
playing
3
Kingdom
for the second time.
Yes, with all the cutscenes. Because first time I skipped all the cutscenes because I just
Mhm.
played for the worlds, and I'm playing on critical too. So.
How are you enjoying it?
Hey, it's good. It's good. You die very easily. So my trick is if you're playing critical Kingdom Hearts, make sure to don't get hit and
Mhm.
block your attacks. Because if you get hit, like you die. So you
Mhm.
want don't that. So that's my number one tip. But I love it. It's the combat is really good. It's really fun.
Okay.
It's Sora Doll and Goofy.
It is Sora Down and Goofy. They do their
Yeah.
dash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They
Look at
do.
that. It's like the good thing about those three towers, they always stay together, unlike Jeff's dad. So
Oh,
I really
okay. There it is. There it is.
like-
It had to happen at some point.
yeah.
All right, well, shit, that's cool. Well, I've been playing. I've been jumping around a lot of stuff. So first of all, I continued Crosscode and still really enjoying Crosscode. Very fun game. I played some more Smash. I played some more Grand Blue. I think Jeff and I played some Monster Hunter and we fought a gorilla and he was really fucking cool.
Last week. Last week.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was playing Sonic Adventure on stream, and that was fucking hilarious. And I love Sonic Adventure, and they need to remake it, please. Like, it actually holds up for pretty well. So I think with a remake, it could be fucking dope. So please remake that. I'm trying to think of stuff I played before Ori. I continued Mega Man 03. I'm almost done. Again, I really love the Zero games. They're great. They're not as good as X or the originals. Like I think I prefer Mega Man X collection and the original collection. Because the thing about like Mega Man games is I like when you beat the boss and you get their power. In Zero, you don't have that. You have this weird mechanic of like an elf power. It's weird. But either way, I like that it actually has like a cool kind of war story to it and shit. So it's still super fun. I think that was mainly it first. I played a lot of fighters, obviously. And then I played. I beat Sonic Generations on PC. That was lit.
Oh shit.
And then, so the big release of the week, Ori 2. I started Ori 2. I'm 5 hours into Ori and the Will of the Wisps. And I gotta say, man, this game, fucking special, dude. It is such a, like, everything about this game is just super lovable. From, like, again, it does the same thing. Like, to me, this game is what a sequel should be, which is, like, it takes what you know and love about the original and just expands on it and expands on the world and the story and the gameplay. Like, to me, it's like, this is a perfect sequel. Like, I'm not saying it's a perfect game, but it's a perfect sequel because, like, right away the story hits you in the feels. The music in this game, I don't think, like, I've ever heard a game soundtrack that's, like, as, like, beautiful. Like, there's epic soundtracks out there, but this is, like, it's so beautiful, like, when the music swells during cutscenes. It's so beautiful, like every, like, song hits in the different areas you're in. The areas have different, like, musical variety, and I love just how you get a lot of the upgrades early on. Because, like, in the first, like, I would say 20 minutes, you know, you're just jumping around and stuff, but then right away you get, like, your dash, you get, like, a double jump, you get like a grapple, and it's like all these new moves. Like, the grapple is like one of the new moves they have in there. And what's cool about this again is it's expanded in a way where now you can, well, before you had an upgrade skill tree, but now you can buy new skills, you can buy upgrades, you can buy a ton of stuff. You can, like, do this town building thing that unlocks new areas. It's like the game really incentivizes you to, like, actually explore the map because it's a Metroidvania. Like, I felt with the first one where it would be this thing of, like I would go and beat an area and never go back to it, whereas in this one I always feel the need to, like, oh shit, wait, now I got this ability and now I can go back to this other place. So I really love that fucking, the balance of that shit. And again, the game is, I'm playing it on PC and it is fucking stunning. I heard the console version has, like, some technical issues. It's not that bad since, like, the game scored extremely high. But on PC, there's no glitches. The only glitch there is on PC is there's an audio buzzing that happens, like, when it loads into a new area. It's like if you're loading a new area or something, it'll go like, bah, and it's, like, really weird. But yeah, man, it's just from the game, like, from a gameplay standpoint, it's so well done. Environments from the first one are really different because, like, the first one was very like dark forests. Now there's kind of, like, you know, there's, like, lush green areas. There's a swamp area. There's, like, a forest area. There's just, like, really cool, unique environments. The bosses, like, now there's actual bosses with health bars and shit. Before you would just run away. Now there's actual, like, combat scenarios. And you actually have 3 different skills you can equip. So everything about this game is just bigger and better expanded Ori. Like, if you loved Ori 1, there's literally no reason you won't love Ori 2. I know some people ask me if they can jump into this one right away. You can. Like, you can jump into it without playing the first one. You get, like, a bit more of the story context if you've played the first one. But other than that, you can just dive in.
But the first one is good, though. Why would you skip it?
No, I'm just saying, like, if some people, like, I know there's people out there that just want to play, like, the newest, like, best thing.
Oh, okay. Like that. Yeah, okay.
So if you want to just do that, you can. But I do recommend you play the first one and the second one. So both of you better play this game. Because again, if this game keeps going the way it is, I'd be shocked if it wasn't in my top 10 games. Who coughed?
Not important.
Who coughed?
Not important.
Jeff.
Keep going.
You have to understand, Jeff. If you cough, I assume you have fucking corona.
Bro, just keep going. What the fuck?
What the fuck? All right, so so I'm gonna keep playing Ori, fantastic stuff. Again, so obviously Ori right now. That's it, guys. Now we're in the fucking fold where I'm playing. Oh.
Jeff. Wow.
Oh.
Bro, what the fuck? So every time someone's coughing, you're just gonna say, oh.
Yeah. Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
What the fuck?
Jeff, this is not good, Jeff.
Jeff.
What's your issue?
So yeah, the next few weeks are gonna be a fun roller coaster. Now playing Ori. Next week's podcast is gonna be all about Doom and Animal Crossing. Week after, it's just gonna keep rolling for me. So yeah. Now let's get into. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna do the smaller news topics before we dive into the big one of all of everything.
Keep going.
Bro, what the fuck?
You both are scaring me. I haven't coughed once this episode.
Yeah, but it's just a cough.
Oh, it's just that's what they all say.
And, like, it's a mac and cheese.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'm canceling the podcast. But yeah, let's do the smaller stories first before we get into the big one of E3 and how it's gonna affect the year and shit. So first, let's start with Platinum, right? So we now know that Platinum has a new engine that they're developing in order to just do bigger, crazier things on their own. Jeff, what do you have to say since you're the Platinum guy?
I hope, like, it can, you know, like my biggest issue with the Platinum game is that they don't actually have a visual identity.
Oh, really?
Like they just look whatever. Like okay, like the new what's his name? Babylon 4, I think. Yeah, Babylon 4. It looks very good, but it just look like bland. Yeah, it doesn't have like its own identity. Same with Nier Automata. Same with like fucking every Platinum game just looks like fucking PS2 era shit. Like
right.
I'm glad they actually have their own engine now. Like they can like develop faster and they actually have like their own like how do I say their own like fucking feel.
Like
you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, no, I'm excited to see what they do again. Do you think they're gonna use this with Bayonetta, or do you think it's for future projects?
I think like I understand if someone said they will use it for Bayonetta because they said something like they're gonna restart their development and go like 180 because they want to do something new that has never been done before.
Right.
I can understand if they just waited until they have like completed their engine so they can like fucking push the boundaries. At the same time, I think like part of me thinks like the first game that's gonna be used for this for this engine is like what the fuck was that name?
Project
like
Go-Go?
Project Go something. Yeah.
Project Go. All right, cool. Lit. Say no. Hopefully again. Wait, was that the 4th announcement or was that just a news report?
No. That was just a news.
Okay, okay. So hopefully we start getting the 4th announcement soon. All right, next. We're doing a Pio story. I mean, we could all obviously get involved with this because it's a pretty like lit. The Last of Us.
Yeah.
So we heard from Jason Schreier. You know, he did his latest reporting on stuff. That The Last of Us 2 especially has seen a lot of crunch. Like, there's a lot of big crunch culture going on. Now, do you wanna kind of dive deep into it? Like, what did you read it and you saw what everyone said?
Yeah, it basically explained how like working at Naughty Dog is not for everyone, and you basically not forced to crunch, but almost like it benefits you if you crunch, like if you work there.
Well, it's kind of like that thing of if you don't, you get like dirty looks. Like that's kind of like what a lot of the crunch stories are. Of like if you don't crunch, you're that guy, right?
Yeah,
and then
but like even with the crunching, I mean, the average work day there is what was it, 46 hours? But I'm assuming like closer to like Uncharted 4 when we were about how they were working like twice as much during a week, during a week.
Right.
So, and then he came out. Basically, yesterday was funny, which I didn't expect at all. But basically, Twitter beef with Trump.
Oh yeah.
People who work there, and there was like one of the animators there. Basically, just called him out, and then he did tweets. It's one of those situations where I don't care as much, and if I didn't use Twitter, I wouldn't ever know about this. Like, for example, if you ask one of your casual friends who's just gonna buy the game, you tell them like, okay, these people crunch, do you care? They'll just not know.
Well, they won't even know who fucking like Neil Druckmann is. Like, they won't know the industry stuff.
I would say at least though, yeah, crunching, it's whatever, but at least they get paid for it. Activision and shit, like Activision. And what was it, Mortal Kombat, right?
Yeah, Mortal Kombat. Yeah, that was the big.
Yeah, so there's like games where like they are basically forced to work like 12, 14 hours, but they get paid 8 hours. Now that I think that is like, I mean, obviously it doesn't affect me, but like that should not be a thing at all. Like it should not be. At least if you're gonna fucking just bust your ass, then you should get paid like very goodly. Like, So if you get like
Okay, imagine like if you only care about the game, right? If the studio crunches, like the quality of the game will be impacted, you know that?
It will be what?
The game won't be as good as it could have been, like if the work environment was more like healthy.
Yeah, but I don't know now because he left a while ago. Maybe now. I mean, they did delay the game for a good reason though. So. They did announced in September. Then like 6 weeks after the game. So.
It was like not even. It was like the event was in October, and then end of October they delayed it.
No. It was September.
Was it?
Yeah, end of September.
Okay,
yes.
yeah.
So like 5 or 6 weeks later, they just announced it.
I mean, the whole crunch issue. It's always a weird thing because like I said, like crunch, like no matter what in any job, you'll even in whether it's schoolwork or anything in life, you're always gonna work a few more hours than you were supposed to, right? Not everything is a perfect 9 to 5 or 5 to 8 or whatever, right? But it's like if it gets to the point where that becomes the norm and it's not an exception.
If it comes to the point that your health is like impacted, that's not.
It's like, man, it's like when you see people reporting here of like barely getting to sleep and stuff. It's like that stuff is like that just sucks because then you're not passionate about what you're doing and it affects your quality of work. And it's like, I understand these games need to get pumped out because these companies need to meet their financial goals and shit like that. But it's like, if someone asks you right now, hey, would you rather wait 5 more months to play a game and they don't crunch, or would you rather get it faster but they do crunch? I would wait. Like if I knew that was the stake. But obviously these like Sony or whoever the fuck it is, they have to meet their goals. I mean, that's why that's why it was so cool when at E3 last year Nintendo was really open about like the reason we delayed Animal Crossing from November to March was so that we don't crunch, so that we can have like a healthy environment. Because I think at Nintendo it's been known that like you're not supposed to work. Like it's really like you're supposed to just do your 40 hours and go, right? If you work some more of that, that's chill. But like other than that, you can like have a chill environment. And I think like, I don't know, I feel like a good work environment is important. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think, Jeff? What's your stance on this?
I agree with what you said. You know, like I don't, if like let's say a studio crunches, right?
Yeah.
I don't think the good stance you should take is to boycott the game. Like it would be like, yeah, like that means it's even more useless now because the team just like, did it for nothing.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't just be like, oh, it's okay, it's the way it is. Like it's okay, just it's the job. Like no, that's not. You should actually speak about it. That's how that shit will. Like you see all the bad PR Naughty Dog is getting right now.
Yeah.
I assure you, like it would have like impact on the studio, and they will fucking like get their shit better. Like by next year, or like 2 years later, you will like do on 180.
Yeah, I mean, like we heard
CD Projekt Red, they got called out. The entire internet was after their ass. They fucking like addressed it. They're doing better now.
Yeah, even what's it called, Rockstar. Like after that story that Jason reported about, like how much like it was a horrible crunch culture there. Apparently, it's been reported that it's
They're very different because they did like
them it was fucked up. Yeah. But what I'm saying is like
the worst.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying about them was that after that story broke and people knew about it, people were so outraged that like, yeah, apparently now it's getting much better there. So just talking about this shit is really important. Don't boycott the game because like, yeah, the team already did the work. So now it would just be like, I fucking spent my whole day animating the shot dust that comes out of this bag. So fucking, I don't know. It's a weird thing. Yeah, again, I understand games are getting bigger and crazier than ever. So this shit's
hopefully
getting
next generation with all the new tech. They did say it's gonna be easier to develop. So hopefully, like, makes it easier.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, no, that's one of the big things with next gen. It's gonna be easier to develop. I don't know what that means. I'm not a developer, but that's one of the good pluses for developers, I guess.
Yeah. Next story we have is so there are reports, and I don't know how much I buy this one. This one's a little off. This one sounds a little too perfect. That they're working so that Konami and Sony, all these guys are working on a Silent Hill reboot together.
I saw that. Just if it happens, just wait for it. Don't get your hope up. Right. Like it happens, you know.
I mean,
It's been too long, you know. It's just if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, don't expect it. It's one of those things. So.
Yeah, Jeff, what do you think? Do you care about Silent Hill?
Yeah, I can see Sony getting interested because like PT made such like good fucking noise. Like there's so many people that are fond of PT. They know that it was supposed to be an exclusive too.
Yeah.
So like I'm sure Sony is interested. So I can see Sony going to Konami and saying, "Hey, let's make a deal. Let's fucking contribute the game."
Right.
Yeah, but Konami like doing themselves like, and with Sony, nah, I don't buy that. Like Konami would never like.
That's what I'm saying. It's like Konami would not.
Yeah, I'm sure Sony. Like, if it's true, I'm sure Sony like is like 90% responsible.
Yeah, if that happens.
Yeah, I think Sony wants that too because again, it's one of those.
Yeah, it makes such a good PR for them.
I mean, good PR, but also like Silent Hills, like at least the first 4 games. After that went to hell. But like it's so, especially in Japan, like it sold pretty good for a horror game, like very good, especially in Japan. So there's a market for it too. Like a lot of people want it. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, hey, we'll see. The PS5 stuff is we'll see. Like, we'll see how much of that news we get this year. If or if not, events are canceled and shit. We'll get to that once we get to that part of the show. Another thing we found out is that CD Projekt Red right now has 3 teams. They have the team working on continuous content for Cyberpunk. They have the team working on multiplayer, and they have a team. They didn't say it specifically, but it's basically the team working on the next Witcher game.
Let's go!
No, let's not go.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I disagree.
Stop.
Paya, do you want another Witcher game?
Yeah. Siri game.
I thought
They give me playable parts with Gerald, but I want a Siri game. Very cool.
Okay, if it's a Siri game, I'll play. Because she was the one fun part about that game. Like when you would play as Siri and you would have like those cool powers and shit.
But I think like with you, I never see you talk about a game
without what?
You never like games with good stories. I've never talked like you never talk about games with good stories. It's always like Sonic, Mario, all that childish bullshit. But you never.
Whoa. I like games with good stories.
No, you don't.
Yes,
you
I
never
do.
Talk about No.
Yes. They're not.
Look,
my top.
I have the papers right here.
Let's go. Okay. All right.
In your top 100 games,
yes.
The first game that comes with a good story is number 28.
That's not. What's number 28? I have my list right now.
I have your list too, right here.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I have it right. Look.
I have my 2019 edition of my top 100 games right in front of me. My number.
I have your old one.
Number 28 is Overwatch.
What the fuck is? When is the first story game then?
All right, let's see. Number 7 is Persona 5. That's a very story. If that's now JRPGs don't have stories.
Yes, they do, but like I'm talking about like a story. Like
that's a story game. What the fuck?
Yeah, but it's a fucking 100 game. Like.
Oh, that's a long story.
Yes, but it's a JRPG first before a story.
What?
What the fuck is a story game, dude?
Yeah, what's a story game? What the like God of War?
No, just keep going.
Oh, God of War doesn't count as a story game. Really?
It does. Okay, it does. The new one.
Okay, that's number 23. Number 22 is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. That's a story game. Number 19, Nier Automata, is a story game.
Well, Nier is everything, though. Nier Automata is everything.
Kid Icarus...
You can say Nier is everything. So.
Kid Icarus Uprising has a story. The fuck? My preferred games are games with fucking gameplay. I only give a shit about gameplay first. Like number 27's Catherine. I love the story there. I just don't like boring ass fucking boomer stories about like, oh, my daughter hates me and I have to go say it. I'm playing video games to avoid real life fucking stories. The fuck?
What about Death Stranding story?
Death Stranding sucks. This story doesn't make sense.
It does. If you play it.
It really doesn't. It really doesn't.
It's actually very similar to Kingdom Hearts.
No, it's the thing is, it's really not. Okay.
It is, especially with the like backwards compatibility.
No. We're
what
not.
are you even talking about?
I don't know
going
what.
Back in time at the same time as you.
This guy has issues. So either way, Witcher is happening next. So fuck you guys. Next up, we have Lego Mario. Now, for the first time ever, Mario's getting Lego, which is really weird. You'd think they would have done that. The suspicious thing about it, though, is that they had released a press release saying, announced in the latest Nintendo Direct, the collaboration between Nintendo and Lego. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, what? And then like 5 minutes later, they reissued that statement. So everyone's kind of like, huh. And that ties into the story of, what's his name? Jeff Grubb from VentureBeat, reporting that basically this week, we're like the coming week, like the Wednesday, I think that we're gonna be getting a Nindies Direct, followed a week after by Animal Crossing. Now, this is a little different than usual rumors because it's very, very, very rare we get a verified person reporting on a Direct happening, and this also makes sense because usually every year during GDC, when GDC would take place, which is this week, but GDC is not happening, there would be an Indie Direct because like every year there's always a March Indie Direct. So that would make sense that happens this week. But yeah, he's also saying that a Direct is supposed to happen. Now, we also know that in fucking Redmond at Nintendo Studio, a guy had fucking corona, so we don't know how much that affects it, because they probably had to fucking get everyone out of that studio. But obviously, the Directs are recorded in Japan, and they're just translated here. So if there's translation stuff, they can just do that from home or whatever. But, yeah, no. Yes, what's your question?
What if next week and week after that and 1 month from now, there's no Direct?
Then it'll be because of Corona. Like, then it'll factually be because of Corona. Like, obviously, I'm sure there has been some pushes, but like, the thing is, if this Wednesday we get an Indies, this guy's right. We're getting an Indies, then the week after, we're getting the fucking regular Direct. If it isn't, then we officially know that Corona is fucked Nintendo. Now, the thing about Nintendo is they actually addressed this a little bit. They basically said that, yeah, this year we will still be making announcements via digital events, and they said we're exploring options for physical events for demos and shit. But like them even acknowledging that they're gonna be making announcements still means like something's coming. So we pray and we hope on that end. Now let's get into the big topic of the show, which is Corona's massive effect on the games industry. Everything. Yeah, I mean, we'll get into it. So yeah, let's start first of all with the big one. E3 is canceled. E3 2020 is officially canceled. It was so funny. You guys were asleep, so like it started with at 9 p.m. at night, like fucking Devolver Digital tweeting like, "Pack your bags, guys, and cancel your hotel tickets and shit. E3 is done." And then everyone started freaking out. And then the next morning, it was officially confirmed. So we had let's start. Well, I'll just mention everything first, then we can get into it all. So first of all, E3 got canceled. What else did we get? We got the cancellation of more gaming events. We got every movie is postponed, like the Fast 9, guys. Fast and Furious 9. Remember how excited I was? Remember when Vin Diesel attached the car to the rope and swung to the other side?
Okay, stop. Okay, move on.
And now the movie got delayed 1 year.
Thanks.
They're gonna delay the Black Widow movie. They're gonna delay every fucking movie.
All movies make sense because in a theater it's very easy to spread it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. No, apparently already in the US, like you can only fill a theater now with 50% less people. Like you can only have half the theater full.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy shit. So, and yeah, it's like this is affecting every like major fighting game tournaments are getting canceled. I mean, we don't know about the only big ones that haven't been canceled yet, and I think it's because they want to wait is Gamescom and Evo in August. Now, August is far enough to them to wait till like May to see how everything is. Yeah, May or June to see how everything is to then declare it's canceled. Because yeah, now it's too early. Like it would be dumb 5 months earlier. Like you guys saying right now, almost every country is quarantined right now. Like obviously Italy is fucking like Italy. Man, I watched the video, bro. The streets are empty. And then at night, you know what people do? They go to their balcony and they go like, ah! And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Huh? They're like sitting over there, yeah.
Yeah, they're like losing their shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, so there's that going. But yeah, let's talk about first of all E3's cancellation. What that means, what's going on. Oh, also amongst E3 getting canceled, Ubisoft and Square Enix and Microsoft have all three announced that they will be basically doing digital events. Basically, Phil Spencer confirmed they're going to be doing the big Xbox reveal via digital event. Square said we're looking at ways, obviously, to replace our E3 presence, so obviously they'll do a digital thing. And Ubisoft said they're going to be doing a digital event. So let's talk about this. Shapayo, you go first. What do you think about the E3 stuff?
I'm not surprised, and to be honest, I mean, it makes sense because they can have it, but if they have it and a lot of people got it from, because everyone from all the world would be there.
Yeah, exactly.
At the same time, by E3, what if like they didn't cancel it, and then like, oh, you can't go to US anymore because now like there's a travel ban from Europe to US, for example. Yeah. What if they like banned the entire world to go there by then?
Yeah, true.
So like, what do? Yeah. So like, I mean, of course, like Americans can still go, but like, it's a bad PR if like people leave with like all over the states and get corona. So it makes sense. I'm glad though. Like Square announced also they're gonna be doing digital. Yeah. Microsoft, all this. I just hope like that we can. For us, it doesn't matter if it's direct or like if they're on stage, because it's more about the hype of the trailers. Because it's more like you're gonna get good stuff that weekend, so you look forward to the unknown, basically the trailers. Yeah, exactly. And the good thing about digital streaming, leaking, like all leaks are very hard to do.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's why like directs are barely ever leaked.
Yeah, because directs are barely leaked. I mean, there are some rules.
Yeah, exactly. And
stuff. Yeah. But like the reason why it gets leaked all these time is because they rehearse like 2 weeks before.
Yeah, exactly.
And then like there's people like I don't know how they found out, but they found out somehow and they leak it. So.
Well, I mean, think about it. Like, there's the guy who's in the back testing audio who doesn't give a living shit about like the games industry. So he'll tell a friend, and that friend will tell someone, and then it just gets out there.
Exactly.
But I mean, I think why this is such a big deal is because this is the worst possible year for E3 to get canceled. Because E3 has already been having issues with like attendance and obviously PlayStation dropping out, and even what's it called, like EA does their own thing outside of E3. Even Microsoft, they do their stuff outside of E3. Like they have some booths in there for games and stuff, and this is just the worst year for that to happen, because with all the companies going to do digital events, it's going to be like all these companies are going to be like, wait, we were still successful, right? And way less money needed to be spent on fucking booth space and all this shit, right? So why would we do it again? And that could effectively kill E3 as a show.
Not only that, like how much did Sony like save, but not being on E3, like 15 million?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
like, for them it's not a lot, but that's easy money saving. Like millions of dollars you can save, but just do the exact same.
Yeah. Jeff, what do you think about the E3 stuff?
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
Honestly, I don't care. Like,
I know, but we want to give us thoughts. Talk about it.
Shit is getting cancelled every day. Like, it's not surprising to me. Like, it was bound to happen. Like, yeah, move on.
Shit! Wow. I like how very deep. I like.
Jeff is like motherfucker.
He's an inspiration.
I think like everyone podcast right now.
Yeah.
Take a moment. Just thank Jeff that he's here with us.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, I think like I said, like this is a big deal because like this could basically cancel E3. But because I know it's easy to say for us, it's not the biggest deal. But I was reading a lot of like reports and stuff of like how like E3 is the biggest news week for a lot of journalist websites, right? It's like how a lot of websites get big exposure. It's how a lot of websites go. It's like how a lot of people network there. It's how a lot of smaller teams, get in contact with big publishers. It's like a big event that's not just about the conferences. Like if anything, I was reading that like again, the conferences are actually not part of E3. Like they are. The companies do them right around it because obviously the show floor is going to open with new demos. But like the ESA isn't making money off the conferences. They make money off the show floor. And when there's not going to be journalists going to report stuff, when there isn't going to be, it's like apparently like even like websites like IGN and all this shit, it's like that's going to be a significant like financial bump down, right? And all these journalists like writing about shit, even like beyond video games, to be honest, like because video games for the most part right now, we haven't heard any game studio shut down. Like we haven't heard yet of a game studio that's like, we're staying home, we're not working on our game. So I think that's why I think that's why 2020 will still be great for games. Maybe not like maybe we won't be getting next gen hardware, but we're still gonna be getting games.
They might do the opposite and like if they stay confined inside the studio, they cannot catch the virus. Maybe that's what's happening here.
Yeah, maybe. Like, do you think this will affect any game releases, or do you think that'll be fine?
Maybe.
Well, to be honest, like the reason why I don't think, maybe in some countries, in China it's already like plus, like it's been 2 weeks and only getting better for China.
Right.
So as long as they can manufacture the physical copies, it should be fine.
I mean, this is also gonna be like a massive bump to digital gaming, right? Like, obviously, right now, everyone who's buying games isn't gonna want to go to the store and stuff.
Animal Crossing was the first digital game I bought in like 3 years.
Yeah, and I mean, really? You mean like what the fuck?
Yeah, I haven't bought a single digital game in 3 years.
Really?
I mean, if we don't count Steam and like games only digital.
You mean like games that are both available physically?
Yeah. Like when you have an option.
Games I can get physically, like on console, like that's the first one.
Okay. That's crazy. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people are gonna do that because they're gonna be like, I'm not gonna go to a store where the clerk is there and they touch all these shit things and all that stuff. So yeah, digital is gonna rise. I mean, obviously, if they're not manufacturing even cartridges and shit, digital will be bigger and all these like. And here's another big issue though. Like again, like even a company like Ubisoft, right? people would watch Ubisoft's E3 conference even if they didn't give a shit about them because it was an E3 conference. So like, even though like yeah they can get away with a digital event, there's a certain thing about E3's like hype and channeling of stuff that's gonna be lost obviously via a digital thing.
I think the best thing they can do is like do this entire shit during the summer, during the E3 time.
I agree.
Yeah, that's the best thing they could do.
Because yeah, we also heard that they want to do like E3 said they want to do some kind of digital experience. So maybe they will kind of gather those companies to make their announcements during that same week. Because yeah, I mean, I think that's how you still generate hype. Because again,
yeah, I mean, Nintendo and Sony don't really do E3 anymore, like since last year.
Yeah, exactly.
And the show, like the big show of the year during E3 season.
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo hasn't been doing physical press conferences in like 8 years now.
Yeah, Sony like mostly.
Yeah, so no, it is crazy the ramifications this has had because yeah, like we said, like this is if it was any other year for E3, it being canceled this year would have sucked, but we would have gotten one another year. But the fact that this year of all years, where it was already a very desperate moment, where the director of E3 left, Jeff Keighley didn't want to host YouTube Coliseum, the E3 thing, because apparently they didn't want to, because apparently they were so desperate, the ESA, that like they didn't want Jeff Keighley to interview developers. They wanted him to interview like streamers and influencers and soccer players. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, celebrities too.
Yeah, exactly. Like basically, I mean, for the money, and obviously Jeff Keighley, we know him. He's here for fucking games, so he's like, I don't want to do that. So yeah, I mean, either way, E3 was going to be a very different show this year, and it's sad. It's sad just to see it go on such like a low note. But hey, man, either way, whatever. We get our announcements digitally. We live in an era where every day we can get a crazy trailer for like we woke up one morning this week and Ghost of Tsushima release date was there with a story trailer and all this shit. Like we just live in that time.
Fucking random,
yeah.
I was legit like
yeah.
I mean, that works too. Just that shock factor. Just like you don't have a normal day, right?
Yeah.
And just like, oh, here's the PS5. Here, everything you dropped. I mean, it couldn't work because that's like shock factor that nobody like you know can predict.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Because nobody. I have seen not a single tweet, nothing that Ghost was gonna release in June. Nobody knew about it.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
So
no, it's crazy. So yeah, like, do you think now, because I saw another report about it yesterday. Do you think both of the consoles, whether it's called PS5 and Xbox Series X, will not release this year, or do you think they'll be fine?
I would say this: these websites and GameStop updated their like March thing, and it still says coming 2020, and right. They're like just talking about it.
Right.
Personally, I think it all depends on China.
Yeah.
Because like the virus just fucking started. Like we're only like in the first like stage right now.
Yeah.
And the entire fucking
is so much better though. That's the thing with China. It's already gone down extremely much in China, and all factories are already back. Like majority of factories.
Okay, but like the entire world just fucking stopped because of this shit. Like we only at so like if it keeps going, I don't think the console will come ready.
Yeah, like that's saying it's like I think we need to,
because even if they can produce, like, I don't companies will be like, oh, we don't want to ruin our PR on launching on a year. Like everyone is worried about this shit. Like they don't have time for entertainment. Like they want to fucking capture the entire like attention when they console launch. You know?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I think we need to see. I feel like we just need to wait one more month, and we will know the rest of the year. Because like if in a month we see that things are getting like contained and that things are chilling out and travel bans, and we find out that hey, by July this year travel bans will be okay and stuff and all that, and it will be lifted and stuff, I think then it'll be cool. But if by end of April we hear that this is getting fucking way worse and shit, everyone is quarantined, then I don't think the consoles are coming. But I honestly don't think it's gonna get that bad. They're already finding cures. They're already like in the testing phases of vaccines and shit. So
I mean, vaccines like they can come at that, but they need to test it for months.
1 second, talk while I answer this phone call. 1 sec.
All right. Okay, so Jeff, if you had to like just a prediction.
Yeah.
Let's say you get money like $100,000 if you get correct. So you don't have to lose. Is it coming in 2020, 2021 next gen?
Bruh. Shit.
You have to guess right now. You have to guess. Or like
how much money?
$100,000.
Bruh.
You have to bet. Like, what would you bet on? 2020 or 2021?
I think 2020 still.
Okay.
But, like, very limited stock, you know.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think they let's say Microsoft said like, okay, we are launching on 2021 because of the coronavirus.
Yeah.
So that they probably won't say the same because the advantage of launching your console first,
of course, yeah.
fucking like destroy the entire generation. So,
yeah, that's the thing. It's whoever launches first.
Yeah. So I think like even if they're not ready, they're still gonna launch this year, but in very limited stock.
Yeah, I mean either way, when consoles launch, they're limited in stock. Like it's like whenever a console launches, they max sell one to two, like a couple million in the first month or two, and I remember
Switch was like sold out everywhere in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
It was everywhere.
Even PS4, like I remember, end of December it was only 2 million because they were just like sold out everywhere. So it's just like a natural thing there.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I was gonna say.
But yeah, no, it's like I think in a good way, games as a medium is like it is easier to work from like a computer, whether it's home or at work or whatever. It's like I think that's why it's a little easier than movies, because movies they need to go to certain locations. And that's why production on so many shows and movies and stuff have been like put on hold, because obviously these things need to be like, they need to travel first of all. They need to be 70 to 100 people on a set. It's like that's why the movie and show industry is at a way worse situation, because this is gonna have like ripple effects, right? Because these companies, right, like for example, for all those things, everything in production is halted. So that means theaters are gonna make way less money because way less movies are coming out. In general, small businesses, right, are fucked. Like not gaming stuff. Like again, video, like indie developers, they work from home anyway, so it's fucking fine. But like for the rest of the world, like small businesses are fucked, because like the big guys will survive, but how will the small ones survive? Like people not going to their store.
Yeah.
It's a fucking, it's a
like,
crazy
I can't
thing.
even imagine like Chinese business right now around the world. Like,
Oh
that
my
shit
god, yeah.
That must be dry as fuck.
Yeah, it must be like, I don't know, it must be a shit show there. It's a really fucking, it's a weird situation.
That's a fucking, bro.
Yeah.
That's fucking, bro. The fact that your entire planet just stopped like this, it's fucking weird.
Insane. Like it when you, like we're really living history. It's crazy. It's.
Plus, we don't even know how like the virus can evolve. Like, bro, this shit is fucking insane.
It's really scary.
It's fucking T virus.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Like the NHL got canceled. NBA got every major event ever is canceled. But again, the good thing is that it's good that society is even doing this. Like the fact that the world is taking measures to avoid spreading it. Like right now, everything we've been doing has stopped the spread way more. Because like. It's like, thank God the world stopped for it, because the world could have easily been like, we don't give a shit. Of course we're gonna keep going with NHL and NBA. It's like, I'm glad people aren't taking risks with this shit. So yeah, I mean, that's the Corona watch. I mean, obviously it's something.
Like that.
It really do be like that. I mean, obviously it's gonna be something we're still gonna be talking about throughout the whole year as news stories of shit come out. But again, I think we need like one more month to see what's going down. But hey, I mean, plus here, like even for games, it's like, remember, after April, we all kind of like, I think actually the next month or two is actually going to be a lot of gaming news, because think about it, like past April, what do we know that's coming in the summer? Like summer is basically empty. Like Paya, do you know, like what's after FF7 that's a release date we know? Is there anything?
Last of Us and Ghost.
Yeah, Last Dozen Ghosts. Yeah, like there's those two, and that's kind of it. Like it's like we really need stuff to start. Like we need a state of play. We obviously need this Nintendo Direct that's rumored. We need stuff to start rolling out, because all these companies have been holding on info to see the situation and handling how they're gonna release shit. So this shit's fucking crazy, man. This shit is fucking crazy.
I hope Bayonetta to free is summer. That'll be great.
Do you think Bayonetta 3 is summer? Like the same time as Astral Chain?
If it's not summer, then it's not this year. I'll push that. So.
Yeah.
It
And
makes
again,
no sense.
And there's some games I'm sure that we don't know about yet that might get pushed and stuff. But for the stuff we know, I think everything will be fine. Like maybe stuff like maybe developers in Europe will be a little fucked. Like isn't like but I mean Cyberpunk is okay. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where all this is. So, anyways, I think that's gonna be it for this week.
No questions?
No, we didn't. I didn't get questions this week because I knew we'd be talking about this a lot.
Yeah.
So no questions this week. Because I'm sure they were all gonna be the fucking same thing about Corona and all this shit. So yeah, we'll see. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this week's Games Cage podcast. Next week will be a big one. Like I said, we'll all be talking about. Finally, it's gonna be a week where we're all playing the same thing. We're gonna be playing Doom.
Or is it?
Or is it?
Sucking dick.
Because what if like I can stop playing Kingdom Hearts?
You will stop playing Kingdom Hearts. You will come to our island. Next week's episode, guys, is going to be filmed live from Games Cage Island. All right?
Oh shit!
Like we're gonna be sitting on. I'm gonna put a table outside with like fucking 4 chairs, and we're all gonna be sitting, and that's how we're gonna record the podcast.
Can you fight? Like, can you fight in this game? Like, do anything? Like,
You can chase him around. I think you can like try to catch him with a net.
So what happens when, let's say I kidnap Jeff? What?
Huh?
You can
What
try to
hap-
kidnap him, yeah. Well, you
Oh, nice. Let's go.
You can go to his island and like fuck his shit up if he makes you a best friend.
Oh!
You know what I mean?
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, let's.
Good.
What the
Okay,
fuck?
Island.
Oh my god. Let's do a fun time. So what do you final? So let's try to do this for both games. So what do you think the Metacritic score for Animal Crossing will be?
Bruh.
Take a guess. Make a range.
91. No, just one number.
Okay, you say 91.
Yeah, it's better one number.
Okay.
89.
I think 88 for Doom too. So 88 for Doom and 91.
I think Doom we get 92.
Oh
shit.
wow.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
I'm going. Doom looks fucking perfect.
Doom does look
Like
fantastic.
for what he's trying to do, like it looks fucking perfect.
Yeah, but keep in mind it's an FPS game. How often does FPS game get high ratings?
Bioshock,
Yeah, but it's like
Elder Scrolls games.
I say Animal Crossing will be. I'll give it 88. I'll say 88.
yeah.
And I think Doom will be like 87.
What score did the first room?
Let me check. I want to say it's like 86. I'm gonna check. I'm on Metacritic right now.
Doom.
So Doom. So OG. So Doom has 85.
85.
Yes, I actually think it could be 89 or 88 for sure.
I mean, it has to be more than 85.
Yeah, it's gonna be better than the first one. It just looks
So
crazy.
88. Yeah, I'm then 88 is good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a fucking fun ass week for game releases, dude.
Wait. Just before we go,
Yes, yeah,
what
what's
does
up?
the first Animal Crossing go?
So there's a lot of Animal Crossing games. You want me to do the latest one?
More than.
Bro, there's like 4 of them. Let me check the 3DS one because the 3DS one scored really high. New Leaf has an 88. Yeah.
Yes, 88.
Yeah, I guess 91 then. Yeah.
I mean, again, they're being reviewed different.
Again, yeah, it depends because like, what if somebody has never played Animal Crossing and they play this? Like, what the fuck is this? Give it a 5 out of 10. Then it's gonna.
Because like I'm looking at the reviews and it's like
Yeah.
it seems to be everyone who's playing it. No, it's like the like even the highest score is like the definitive version of the best feel good franchise. I mean, like this game just looked like Animal Crossing looks like it's gonna be perfect at what it's doing. Like
Yeah.
it's like it's one of those games where like you could look at it and be like, what the fuck is the flaw with this? Like you can't sit there and be like, holy shit, this blows my mind. But you also, I don't think you're gonna sit there and be like, what's the flaw? I mean, everything it's doing like perfectly well. The only thing is that it's hard to review like for example, like there's gonna be stuff you unlock later, like in a few weeks from now, right? So no matter what, it's not like it's not like people reviewing it are gonna be able to see like what it's gonna look like when my island looks insanely beautiful, because no one's gonna get to that point yet. So that's gonna be the weird thing. The one thing, I don't know, we'll see. It's gonna be a fucking fun ass week. Hopefully we get some better news with gaming. Hopefully, hey, if we get that Nindies Direct, let's fucking go. And that means anyways, that's it. That's all. Thank you all for watching this week's Games
Thank you, Jeff.
podcast.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you for coming, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
Uh-huh.
Much appreciated. Did you enjoy
Fuck you, Jeff.
Did you enjoy your mac and cheese during this episode?
I'm still eating.
Oh wow, how fucking big is the bowl?
Bro, very.
Would you say mac and cheese makes you horny?
Absolutely.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. Paya, what food makes you horny?
Hamburgers.
Oh really? That's your horny food?
Yeah.
Okay. For me,
Like expensive hamburger.
Oh shit. For me, it's gotta be like grilled chicken with baked potato.
That's the only thing you eat.
That's why I'm horny all the time, you know?
Yeah.
It do be like that. Alright, anyways, thank y'all for watching. We'll see you all next week. Peace the fuck out. What?
Destroy our forehead.
I'm ending this. Bye.